Hi everyone, this is Nikita. In this video, we are going to be talking about the QRMP scheme, Quarterly Return and Monthly Payment Scheme, that was introduced in the 42nd GST Council meeting. Mass messages are being received by everybody and taxpayers are not understanding what exactly is to be done. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what the scheme is and whether or not you should opt for the scheme. I'll give you what are the reasons you should consider while opting in for the scheme. Before I get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It keeps me motivated to keep posting good content. So let's begin. Quarterly return, monthly payment. As the name suggests, this scheme gives an option to the taxpayers whose aggregate annual turnover does not exceed 5 crores to file quarterly returns and to make monthly payments. Both GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B can be filed quarterly. However, payments have to be made monthly in form GST PMT 06. So instead of filing 16 returns in a year, anyone who opts for the QRMP scheme will be filing 8 returns in that year. All 4 quarters, 1 GSTR 1 and 1 GSTR 3B. So there's definitely some reduction in compliance under the QRMP scheme. Secondly, invoice furnishing facility is being given to the taxpayers who opt for the QRMP scheme. What is this invoice furnishing facility or IFF? It's a facility wherein taxpayers can upload invoices of their customers up to 13th of the succeeding month. GSTR 1 filing will still be done quarterly. However, so that your customers don't lose the credit and can avail the credit on time, you can upload the invoices up to 13th of the succeeding month to which such invoices pertain. So after introduction of auto population of GSTR 3B, most of you know that there are practical issues that are being faced. Why? Because quarterly filers have to wait to file their GSTR 1 and the customers have to wait to avail the credit because auto population of GSTR 3B has been recently introduced. So if under the QRMP scheme, if you go for this invoice furnishing facility, you can ensure that your customers can avail the credit on a monthly basis. They don't have to wait for the end of the quarter for you to file your GSTR 1. So that is a benefit of this QRMP scheme. Let's talk about monthly tax payments. How are they to be made? They are to be made in form GST PMT 06. They are to be made by 25th of the succeeding month. So for the month of January, the payment will have to be made by 25th of February. There are 2 options that are given for payment. One is a self-assessed option. Like we do in GSTR 3B, you will self-assess your tax liability and that much tax will be paid and added to your electronic cash ledger. However, no GSTR 3B will be required to be filed. You just need to pay the tax through the challan. The second option that is given is a fixed sum method. Under the fixed sum method, the system will automatically compute how much tax is required to be paid. How will it compute? If in the last month you filed a quarterly return, it will calculate 35% of the tax that is paid in that return. So if a quarterly GSTR 3B is filed under the QRMP scheme, in the next month succeeding the quarter, the fixed sum method will calculate 35% of that amount that you have paid in the last quarter's GSTR 3B. And if you are a monthly filer of GSTR 3B, it will consider 100% of the tax that you have paid. So whatever you have paid in the last month, automatically you will have to pay the same in this month under the fixed sum method. Even if your actual liability is higher, under the fixed sum method, you can pay whatever is being auto-calculated. No interest will be charged even if you are paying less tax for the first 2 months of the quarter. However, whatever tax you're being paid will be added to the electronic cash ledger, but you cannot ask for a refund of that amount until and unless the quarterly GSTR 3B has been filed and the amount in the cash ledger has been adjusted accordingly. So you have to wait to file that quarterly return, and only then if there's certain balance that is appearing, then you can claim for a refund. On the other hand, If, let's say we're talking about the quarter of April to June, let's say in the month of April, you've paid a handsome amount of tax. So in the month of May, you do not need to pay tax again. So if your cash ledger balance is sufficient for both the months, no more tax is required to be paid. Or if your liability is nil for the month of May, you don't need to pay any tax. Only when in June will you file your quarterly GSTR 3B. If there's any differential tax that is required to be paid, it can be paid. So how do you decide whether or not to opt for the scheme? I will give you a few factors that I feel are necessary to understand whether or not you should go for the scheme. First element, if you want your customers to be able to avail their credits on time, even if you are not a monthly filer, the scheme will ensure that your business is sustained and the suppliers are not questioning whether or not you're a quarterly filer. So because you under the IFF facility you will be uploading invoices, your customers can avail their credits on time, so they don't have to wait till the end of the quarter, and there will be no question as to whether or not you're a quarterly filer. Secondly, if you're filing nil returns in most cases or your quantum of transactions is very less, the QRMP scheme is ideal in your case. Third, another important benefit that will be even for you as a taxpayer would be that if you are filing under the QRMP scheme, you're filing a GSTR 3B quarterly until the due date comes, that is 22nd or 24th of the month succeeding the quarter, as the case may be, in whichever state you are. Until that due date, a lot of suppliers in your case would have also uploaded your own invoices. So this would ensure that you would be able to avail credit as per Rule 36(4) and there will be no major loss of credit. Why? Because you're going for quarterly GSTR 3B. On the other hand, if you're still filing monthly, there might be certain loss of credit. There's a default migration happening from 1st of January 2021. A lot of messages have been sent across by GSTI and informing taxpayers. So you don't need to be scared, what do I do? Understand the scheme. Take an informed decision for yourself as a taxpayer or your clients if you're a consultant. And based on that, you have time until 31st of January 2021 to decide whether or not you want to stay in the scheme. If you still have questions about the scheme, I'll be very happy to answer them. Please ask me in the comment section down below. Hope you have understood what the scheme entails and have given you an understanding of whether or not you should opt for the scheme. My name is Nikita. I'll see you guys in the next one.